Okay. So Cheryl was wondering how I can paint things so quickly. And since I've got plenty of pens and pencils, I am going to show her how I do it so quickly. Come across, up, and around like I showed before, down, and around, color in my parts. Now this one might not come out so right because I'm not trying to be precise, I'm just doing it. See, I color in as I go. And this is going to be the darker green up here. This is the darker green down here. And then I'm going to take the lighter green. If this is a lighter, yeah, that's a much lighter green. And go in here. And normally I would have used this lighter green for over here too. So we'll go over it with the lighter green so it shows what I'm doing. Now since this isn't paint, I'm not trying to go directly with what I'm doing because not as forgiving with pens and pencils. With paint, if you make a mistake, you just scribble it out and redo it. Pens and pencils, nah, you don't get that pleasure. You just gotta make sure you get pretty close to what you want if you're gonna do it. Where's my black one? Okay. Then say I want a flower up here. I just take and I bring this up, bring that down. Zoop. 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 Kind of sloppy, I know. Like I said, pencils and pens aren't as forgiving. Now that looks kind of weird, don't it? But I'll show you how you change it from weird to an actual flower. And you just take your center, put it in, and it draws everything together. Now this one's a lot sloppier than my one on the paper. Now say you want just a little bitty flower thing. I just take and and just fill in the edges. There's a little bitty flower too. And then stick something in the middle of it. And I want some vines. Just go, and like I said, it's a lot easier to do with painting than it is to do with pens. And there you go. That's how quick I do them. It's just, paint is easier to do because like with this, with the paint, I can remove what I don't want or add to what I do want and bring the shape out a lot easier. I love paint over pencils because of that, because paint is a lot more forgiving than pencils or pens. If I'm using pencils or pens, it's because I've already have the outline of what I'm doing drawn. But if I'm using paint, that's basically how I do it. So that shows you how I do it. And I have a concept of what I want in my mind when I do it. And so I just do, like the bird, I knock out a couple of birds in no time and it's all done. But there you go. There's the idea of how I do my painting. Then I come down through here and I'll paint my edges. And I can take chances with paint that I can't with pencils. Because like I said, paint is easy. You make a mistake, you don't have to worry about it. You can just go, that's a mistake. Let's get that out and re-put it back in the way we want it. With pencils and pens, you can't. But that's basically how I do it. Takes me no time at all. And then when I'm doing it, I just have to figure where I want the placement.